Welcome to today's Pray. And if you're listening to this right now, you are listening to the 100th podcast.
100 podcast.
Created by Jacob Gordon and Poppy Stedman.
100 podcast.
And we have done 100 podcasts in a row.
Everyone was wearing fingerless gloves.
And we have never missed a week of podcasting since we've started. What have you done, motherfucker?
0 to 100.
That's it.
I'm always waiting for her to say real quick.
And what we smoke 100.
We've done 100 motherfuckers.
I'm on 100.
100 shots.
We've definitely only done probably 10 shots on the whole entire podcast
100 shots.
of podcasting.
100 shots.
I'm sure we've drank 100 beers though.
Oh, yeah. We've drank a beer every time, at least one beer every time we've podcasted. So we've probably, in the time of podcasting, we've at least done
200 beers.
I would say at least 3. 250. Let's say 250. I'd say 250.
Well, we've
Because
already
there for a while, we were doing like 3 to 4 each one.
Yeah, we were partying during podcasts.
Well, that was also because the fridge was like, well, we do have a fridge. Actually, it's closer,
Yeah.
but it's the shop fridge.
Yeah, before when we were recording at home, it was in our house. It was in our home.
And we don't have that home anymore.
No. Mimosa Lane is done.
Did you see the thumbnail that I made for the podcast last week?
Yeah.
It just says, bye Poppy, bye Jake.
Dude, 103 Mimosa Lane was a really fun place, but that place is dead now.
Yeah, dude, fuck that place.
It's done.
You know what's crazy is that the one good thing, not the one good thing, that's not true, but one good thing I think of is that at least we moved out and our cats seem happier. Yours is so alone that whenever you come home, you like it being up your ass,
Yeah, I guess so.
as close to you as possible. You love the cat being as close to you as possible. And mine is so relaxed that I can do whatever I want to it. And he doesn't care if I'm around him or not. And he's just having the great time.
Turns out we were best friends the whole time, and our cats didn't like each other.
I think they liked each other. I think they were just so in the mode of like, they turned each other into like the hunting mode. You know, like when, you know, it's like the wolf pack mentality. It's like you have 2 cats, they start wrestling a bunch and they're kind of wired. You have 3 cats, you know, they start a fight club. 4 cats,
Too much.
They start doing things like starting, what would it be called?
Fucking gang?
They start a gang.
An illegal gang?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 4 cats is too much. So when we moved out,
5 cats is capitalism.
5 cats is psychoism.
Mm-hmm.
0 to 100.
Too bad. It's too bad. 5 cats is too bad. So when we moved out, when I moved into my house, the original plan in my head was James Franco, my cat, is going to be alone. I got to get another cat. That was the original thought.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking,
because if you were alone, you'd want another Jake.
I'd want another homie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Who wouldn't? But then I was thinking, well, my girlfriend's probably going to move in at some point next year.
I'd say this year, but go ahead.
No, her lease isn't up till May. I'm literally living alone. Like, me and her have even talked about this. I want a year of living by myself.
I hear you.
So that is not like, she's helped me so much with the house, and I'm so grateful for that. But it's because eventually she will move in, and it will be her house as well. But I do want to live a year by myself entirely, which is, I think, is going to be awesome. I'm going to experience so many different things, so many different feelings, so many different. You experience your own time, but you also experience
Loneliness?
things like loneliness and
Sadness.
I hope not.
Sadness.
Why would I be sad?
Because you're lonely.
I guess. I'll never be sad, dude. I have the best friends and the best girlfriend and the best pet of all time. Plus, I drive a Toyota Tacoma. How could I be fucking sad?
I'm on 100.
Oh, yeah. I guess I never even thought about that.
So, But I did think about getting him a friend. And when she does move in next year, if I got my cat a friend, we would have 4 cats.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
I thought of that immediately after you said you were going to get him a friend.
4 cats. Damn. That's too many cats.
That's like starting like that's more than a trilogy of cats, and that means you basically have to go all the way to 10 like Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
And that's how crazy cat ladies get stuck with that.
And then, like we said on the podcast a couple podcasts ago, you start breathing in all that cat piss, and you start becoming
It's actually
crazy
cat
person.
shit, I heard.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's something in there. It's like if you have clean cats and clean people, you don't have to worry about it. But with that many cats, there's just too many variables.
Yeah.
Like one of the cats could be going out for a poker night, and one of those cats at the poker night could have something and then come back. Or one of the other cats that doesn't do poker, he goes and plays soccer sometimes, and he's kind of like bumping into other cats playing soccer, and they get and then comes back with something. You know, he could come back with the flu, COVID, anything.
And while we smoke 100.
He could come back with
Fucking weed. And then
deadly-
you have to ground him.
a deadly virus.
Oh, a deadly virus. Yeah, I was on a different level on that.
What was the first sign that you knew that your cat was good to go?
Good to go. Like he was fine because
Yeah.
we left.
Yeah, he was fine without his brother, James Franco. He was fine without my cat.
Well, him using his spaceship litter box, or the fact that he lets me do whatever I want to his body now.
Yeah.
You know how he used to kind of like, if you touch his belly, he's like, no.
Yeah.
Or if you touch his paws, he's like, mm-mm. He still doesn't like it very much, but he lets you do it. Like, he's like, please stop. But he just lets you keep going.
It's like, I love you, but fuck it off.
Like last night, I was just like playing with his paws and like making his claws come out and stuff. And he's laying on my lap like this. And I'm like, me, 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 me. And then he like, yeah, it's like the best time ever.
Awesome.
Every once in a while, like I knew he was okay when I spit on his face and he didn't retaliate.
I knew James Franco was okay when he puked in my house.
Oh yeah, well, that's not what
What is up?
Your
with
signs are different than mine, I think.
yeah, he puked in my
That's how
house.
we know our cats are different.
I knew he was good to go when he puked.
Yeah.
Because he's, the first couple days being there, he didn't puke.
Yeah, and it's
And
like
then when he
he's not
puked the other morning, I was
marking his
like,
territory.
he's good to go. He
That's
loves
how
it.
that's how Sphinx cats and also black cats, they're very similar but also very different.
Yeah.
They look different, but their mentalities are similar. When they puke in a place, that means they claim their territory.
Right.
It's
Speaking
kind
of,
of like how in prison, a one man will puke on another man to claim him as a mate.
yes, prison puking, also known as victim vomiting, because you could be a victim in prison too.
You can be
a victim of framing.
yeah.
A lot of people that are in prison are framed.
Most of them.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with our system.
The whole system's fucked.
Why don't we believe the people that are in prison
Why
that
don't we
they've
listen?
been framed?
Why don't we listen to them? Let them out.
Just let them have their side of the story.
Speaking of puking, this morning I was getting a lot of drawing done, kind of feeling a little rushed. I had my coffee, I was feeling good. And I was like, you know what? I need to stop what I'm doing, and I need to write down some 10 things, 10 compliments about Poppy, my
I'm waiting
co-host mate,
I'm waiting for this to line up with puking.
my co-host, my best friend, my blue-eyed wonder. I wrote down 10 compliments, and I only wrote down 7 things that I'm just trying to keep it 100 with you.
100 podcast.
Insults. Maybe not insults, just things that I need to tell you because I got to keep it 100 with you.
I'm on 100.
But speaking of puking, one of the things that I said that maybe you could work on is you suck at puking. You're not good at it.
Right.
Like you're loud. You don't recover quick after puking.
Nope. Well, every time to give a little background, every time I've puked, I've cracked a rib.
Yeah, like you puke so hard that you do it too hard.
Would you like me to do an impression of myself puking?
Yeah,
that would, so people can understand how awful and loud it is. I'm going to back away from the mic.
Okay.
So everyone can see it, but they won't be able to. They'll hear it, but it won't be as loud.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want them to hear what the toilet hears.
All right. Let's
or
hear
a little trash pail.
Let's hear a reenactment of you puking, please. Yeah, that was pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, except it goes on way longer than that.
For about 6 hours.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, I always do that big cough.
But you know what? But there's also a good thing that comes from that.
What is it?
The last time you did that around me, I was with my little brother.
Yeah.
He stayed over the night, and we were playing Call of Duty in my bedroom. It was after a late night. This was probably like 2 years ago now. Mm-hmm. After a late night, we could hear you puking, and dude, we were just chuckling. We were just laughing. We thought it was
fun
funny.
when people puke. You
Yeah.
you kind of do this. You go, "You okay?"
Like
I bet you're not.
one of the best feelings ever is whenever you and another person are feeling good in one room,
Yeah.
and you have somebody who's puking from drinking too much in the next room.
Yeah.
It's just like you just look at each other and chuckle. That level of dopamine release, maybe,
Yeah.
is so fun.
Oh, it's crazy. We're on the things that we like about each other, right? I can't really tell with you. Yeah.
Well, no, I said one of the things I don't like about you.
Oh, okay. Oh, one of the things
And that was you're not good at puking.
Yeah, one of the things that I actually don't. It's funny because I wrote some things down, and I knew I had this feeling you were going to say something about me, how I puke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At what time of the day did you have this feeling that I was gonna say something about you puking?
Right after we were talking about what we're going to talk about on the podcast today.
So a couple days ago.
Yeah, and I was like, he's going to say something about my outrageous puke. And I also, like, the way I burp is kind of crazy, so I know you don't like that very much. But you kind of like it, but you don't like it. Because you always make fun of it, but you can't tell. You just can't tell how you feel about it. And it makes you uncomfortable, so that and in the end, you don't like it. Something I don't like about you, you piece of fucking dog shit, is
0 to 100.
is the way you puke without sound. I puke 100% loud as can be, and I let everyone know, I'm sick. Oh, I'm sick. Oh. But no one knows you're sick because all you hear is this.
Yeah. Do you want to do me to do my impression of puking?
Yeah.
It goes like this. That's it. That's literally
do it again. Do it again for the people in the back.
I'm doing like the rib and like stomach convulsions that happens when I puke, and it goes like this. It's so silent.
Now, could you do it? Could you do it in a way that, like, because there's a lot of people that have us turned down right now and they just couldn't hear anything. Could you pretend like they have it turned down all the way?
Okay.
And turn your volume up
Okay.
times 10.
I'll do it with my mouth in the microphone.
Yeah.
When I'm puking, it sounds like this.
Just over exaggerate a little bit. Dude, I just realized another thing that I don't like about you is the sound you make whenever you come. And and it's the same fucking sound.
Yeah, why
I
is
didn't
that?
realize that you came and threw up at the same time. No wonder I didn't like either of them.
Every time I come, I puke.
No, I didn't know that. I did not say
I think
that.
that's why I'm so good at puking.
Oh, for sure, because old Jakey here is good at coming.
I'm definitely good at carrying. Dude, one time, me and Brandon were drinking, and we had been drinking like all night, and one of
Oh, me and Brandon drink all the time. We're best friends. Jesus Christ.
back in the day, we'd get off work and we'd go to Brandon's house and we would drink until his wife showed up, or his wife has a brother who has these just random friends that would show up, and we would drink with them, and they would just be random people. Like sometimes
Denzel Washington showed up.
Erica's. I mean, it was like that. It was just like you never knew what friend you were getting that night. It was like we got a new friend every night.
Tommy Maddox.
Because these were guys who were just drinking and just like didn't care.
Exhibit.
So we had been drinking all night, and then a new friend showed up. I forget. I don't even know who it was, but he brought a bottle of like Red Stag. Do you know what that is?
Oh, it was Jeremy Fisher.
Probably.
Yeah, I know what Red Stag is.
But anyway, they poured shots of it, and they gave me one. I was like, dude, I cannot do this. If I do this, I'm gonna puke.
Yeah.
But I wasn't to the drunk point yet, to where I was like I was fucked up and I wasn't like sloppy yet. And
Everyone was wearing fingerless gloves.
well, I said, I'm not going to do this. I'm literally going to puke it up. And they said, oh, come on. They're just peer pressuring me. I was younger. And so I said, okay. And I did the shot, and it was like the shot went into my mouth, flew past my throat, into my stomach, bounced off the bottom of my stomach, and it just came back up.
Yep.
I literally took the shot and puked up the shot within like 2 seconds, and I was still good to go. I was like, see, I told you.
What does this have to do with coming? Did you come at the same
sorry,
time?
man. I got sidetracked. I got too deep into this puke story. Forgot about coming.
That's the first time.
Yeah. Sometimes I get sidetracked from coming. I know it's a little nutty from coming from a guy, but
To be honest,
all guys want. You know what all guys want. Splooge. What? What did you say?
I said,
I said splooge.
oh, yeah, I was going to say smoothies made by your delicious looking girlfriend.
Did you just get a smoothie made by Kelly or something recently?
No.
This is the way you said that is kind of hot. Tell me the story, bro.
No, I didn't.
No, you got to tell me what happened, man.
Dude, she
Oh, Lordy.
said, so the second day I stayed with her, she freaking said,
100 shots.
Oh my God.
I was like, I can't do that many.
I'm on 100.
And no, I woke up the second day I stayed with her,
I'm on 100.
and I looked at her, and I always straddle her in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
Like, she's on the couch, and I go down there, and I'm like, hey, little girl, and I straddle her, and I go,
Who's going to give it to her, my man? You are.
I do that like I always do every morning.
Yeah.
And then she looks at me, and before she even says good morning and she loves me, she goes, I made you waffles.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, what? And I went, really? And I felt a tear welling up.
Yeah.
And I looked at her, I said, I haven't had waffles since I lived with my mom.
That's bullshit. That's a fucking lie. We literally made waffles because Mitch, our friend, got me a waffle maker 3 Christmases ago. We had waffles.
I didn't have waffles. I don't remember you ever making waffles with the waffle maker.
I made them
When? Once?
twice after you got it for me.
I never had them.
Maybe because you didn't deserve them at the time.
Well, I definitely didn't, because now I feel like I do. And she gave me some waffles.
Yeah, bro.
And I was like, shit, this is awesome. But then I didn't, she the only bad thing about Kelly in the whole world is that she wants everything to be either organic or natural, which is also another word for organic. And it fucking sucks. Organic syrup fucking sucks. But what's the kind that's good? Aunt Jemima? No, that's not right.
That's right.
No. No. The one with the black lady on it.
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima? For real?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought that was just like that's like just something you said, to be honest.
Just like a figure of speech?
Yeah.
Like, oh my Aunt Jemima?
Yeah, like if you stub your toe, ow, Aunt Jemima.
Maybe. I'm pretty sure that's what the syrup's
But how
called.
did I know she was black?
I don't know. Now you're charting into
Shark-infested waters, I think.
Get out of there. Anyways,
Get away from Aunt Jemima.
Kelly's
No, but
Kelly's-
she made me waffles, and then the next day she said, I'm going to make myself a smoothie. Would you want one? I was like, uh-oh. Poppy's gonna shed another tear again. And I was like, I haven't had a smoothie since I lived with my mom. So I said,
wow, she's really bringing you back to your mom.
and I was like, and so now every night I go, I love you, Mom.
Oh,
And she goes, I love you, son. And we started playing this game where I'm the baby and she's the mommy.
nice, dude.
And honestly, it's been really working out for me because she wants to take care of me and I don't want to take care of myself. Doo-doo undies included.
Nice.
Yeah.
You're really freaking
So what have you been fucking doing, dude?
wow, man.
Fucking now.
Honestly, like
Fucking paint shit.
you were over there, you just made it your own. And you thought that it was going to be something and it turned into something even better.
Yeah. It's like here I thought I was gonna be the man, but now I'm the little man.
You my best friend.
I can't wait for her to take me to Little League baseball practice.
I'm on 100.
Hell yeah, dude.
But I'm too old for it now, technically, so I just have to watch people play Little League baseball.
Everyone was wearing fingerless gloves.
Okay, so
Yeah.
and
And I almost cried 3 times this past week.
damn you pussy.
Waffles, smoothies, a man named Otto.
Oh god, I don't want to talk about that.
I don't want to talk about it either because I feel like he's me when I'm old.
Oh, don't tell me that. Now when I watch it's going to be worse.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'll watch it later. Let's not talk about the movie.
Okay.
Let's talk about the next thing. The compliment. A good thing about one another.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So what'd you write down?
I didn't write down anything. I'm
fucking-
flying by the seat
So
of my
for
pants.
the 100th podcast, do you even know how to write?
You told me to write something down, and you know that I haven't used a pen in ages.
Damn.
I don't even know where to start with it.
Well, okay. Well, give me a compliment if it's so fucking hard that you can't even write it down.
Honestly, yeah.
Do the hard thing and dig in your
whenever
brain and use
whenever
your
you said,
voice.
"Hey, Poppy, give me a compliment," I was like, "Dude, this guy's fishing."
I'm fishing right now. Well, that's what we agreed on doing. 10 compliments and 10 insults.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's not insults. I keep saying insults. It's something you don't like. about-
Technically, I never agreed to it.
You did.
I said, "Let's not do the compliments. That's fucking bullshit." Is what I said.
You didn't say that.
I said the equivalent to that. I said, "Let's not do that.
Okay.
That sucks."
Okay, if you don't want to hear your compliment, then don't tell me mine. I got you now.
See, here's the thing.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
I know all the compliments you're going to give me.
I'm on 100.
You want to hear them?
Okay.
I'm gonna freaking Marshall Mathers your ass right now.
Okay, Clarence.
No, I'm Marshall Mathers.
You're Clarence.
You're Clarence.
You're Clarence.
Dude, I'm Marshall Mathering you.
Okay, who went to a private school?
Dude,
Whose
You
parents had a real good marriage?
you're National Honor Society. That's basically the same thing.
Yeah, but I gave my sash away.
Yeah, dude, for real. To a girl that was so manly, it was disgusting. She had the biggest hairiest
The layers
chest.
of that joke, people will not comprehend. People will not comprehend what you just
Dude,
said.
she had freaking hairy balls. That girl was so hairy. Wait, what?
Manly, you mean?
Yeah, manly.
I gave my sash to the manliest girl out there. And
No,
there's
you
layers to that joke.
You want to know?
motherfucker.
You want to know something I liked about? You know what I like about you? And I've thought about it over the past year. You want to know something that I actually like about you?
What?
It's that what the? He's he's walking away. He wa- okay. He's back. Put your headphones on so I know you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I know we're in the same room, but turn and put your headphones back on that way.
Hold on.
That's one thing I don't like is that you always put the headphones on wrong. I've noticed that for over 100 episodes. You do it every time.
All right, hit me with it.
Something I like about you is that you always know exactly what you like, and you will not let anyone influence it at all. You will say, I like this to the utmost. You always, if you like it, you love it. Example A, you bought yourself a mailbox and you've been talking about it for 2 weeks.
I'm so proud of my mailbox. I didn't want to get too deep into this, but we can get into it right now before I give you your compliment.
But like, that's what my compliment is that you chose something and it could have been any mailbox. It could have been any mailbox.
Oh, yeah.
It was that was probably the third mailbox you looked at. Me, I'd still be looking. You, third mailbox, that's it because it looks freaking sick and I want it to be cooler than everybody else's.
Okay, so yes, can I just want to talk about it.
I know you do.
I want to interrupt
I know.
you.
I brought it up so you could talk about it.
I just bought a house.
Yes, we get it. You bought a house, big boy.
I'm on 100.
I am replacing every single thing inside of it cosmetically. I'm painting the whole thing. I'm doing all the outlets. I'm doing, I guess that's it.
Changing the tits out.
Changing the tits out, putting a new ass on her, getting a pussy in there.
And getting them lip injections on that motherfucker.
And one of the things that I'm so proud of, because I went to my mailbox one day, and, you know, of all the places I've ever lived, all the places I've rented, you don't get to worry about that stuff.
Don't have to.
There's just a mailbox there. There's just a slot mailbox there. You never have to worry about it. This time I buy my house thinking, okay, I'm going to have a normal mailbox. Well, on the line of mailboxes, mine's on the end. All of them are metal. Then you get to mine. It's the shitty plastic one. I looked it up on Amazon. It's like 10 or 15 bucks. I open it up. And there's mail inside for me, and it's all soaking wet, full of rainwater.
And what we smoke 100.
Bullshit. So I'm like, okay, I got to get a mailbox.
Right.
Start looking through mailboxes on Amazon, and seeing ones. You know, there's like all of the normal ones are like $30.
Right.
So I find the one that's more expensive. I find the $80 one. I look at it. It's black. It's got platinum trim. I'm saying, okay, I don't even fucking, I click buy in one click on Amazon. You ever done that?
No. That's something else. Like, that's goes along with literally what I just said is you knew you liked it before you even looked into it. You had, I want that one. And you bought it in one click.
You buy in one click. Boom.
You just know what you fucking like.
It shows up to my house. I don't even open it up for like a week.
Hell no, because
Like,
you know it's good.
Because I'm like, okay, I got to worry about painting and do all this bullshit. I can deal with the shitty plastic
wet
mailbox.
mail can wait.
I opened it up the other day. Oh my gosh, this thing is so black and so platinum. It's amazing. It's black with platinum trim. It looks like a locomotive.
Yeah.
Looks like a train.
Like an old Lincoln.
Like an old Lincoln. I open it up.
Miss Daisy pops out.
Nothing's inside. I close it.
You take that mailbox to the Piggly Wiggly, Miss Daisy.
I close it. It goes ka-chonk.
Kills Miss Daisy.
There's a magnet inside. Clicks it closed. So I go, okay, well, let me measure this.
yeah.
Let me measure this thing, see what's up with it. Measure it.
You didn't.
8 inches wide. 8 inches. I got an 8-inch mailbox. All right. It's deeper than that, but it's 8 inches wide. I say, okay, well, all of the other mailboxes are probably, you know, normal average 8 inches, like me. I go to the mailbox. I check my old mailbox, the shitty one, the plastic one. Check how wide it is. It's only 6 inches.
You big dicking them.
Everybody else's is only 6 inches.
Big dicking them.
When I put my mailbox up, I'm going to have the 8-inch boy, the thickest boy.
Envelopes are going to have a fucking party in there.
Like,
dude.
I'm going to have to, like, literally start stretching my shoulders to reach inside the mailbox to get my mail.
Shove 2 bank statements wide in that bitch.
Dude, it's the vessel that I'm gonna receive bills in is gonna be fucking big.
Dude, order a pair of shoes. Don't get it delivered to your door. Only a mailbox.
Just put it in the box.
100 shots.
What's in the box? Literally everything you ever wanted.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be amazing.
It's a USPS dream. Yeah. It's a dream box for them.
It's gonna be incredible.
You know how many scuffs the
Mail-
postal service guy has on his knuckles from those little 6-inch mailbox? He's gonna have 2 extra inches of room.
He's gonna love me.
You gotta be worried. You gotta be worried though, because mailman may get aroused.
He might fuck my mailbox.
He might just shove that big old.
Yeah, he might do that. He might not. I hope he does.
Oh man!
If my mail is drenched,
My best friend.
if my mail is drenched for another reason, because it's not rainwater, it's cum water, I'm gonna be okay with it. Speaking of sucking, I think it's time for the part of the show that we do every week, but this week it's different because it's the 100th podcast. I think we need to do the freestyle part of the show. What do you think?
100.
100.
And while we smoke 100.
All right,
100 podcast.
you reach into the hat first. Come on. You're taking forever. Just pull a name out. All right, I'm going to read mine first. Burning out.
Daniel Radcliffe.
Really?
Nope. Flossing.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
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 You got, dude, I totally got you. You thought you wrote down Daniel Radcliffe.
I thought I
once.
did, yeah. You ready to do
So
this?
you're telling me I could have been making up my side of the story the whole time?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Do you want to pick another one from flossing?
Yes.
All right.
It's the 100th episode.
It's the 100th episode. We can do whatever we want.
We
Pick
have no
another one
rules
from
here.
flossing. There are no rules. We can do literally whatever we want. That's what today's praise is all about.
What was yours?
Burning out.
Burning out.
Yeah.
Breaking out of jail.
All right. Let's do it.
Oh my God.
Oh, pressure's on Poppy. He's feeling it.
In a room 10 by 10. And I'm gonna go and sin again. Don't let me out, cause I'm gonna pull out a motherfucking trout and slap a girl in the mouth. I don't care, I'm a country boy, yeah. And I'll do the shit and I'll shove it up a dairy, yeah. I don't care if she cares, I don't give a fuck at all. I just wanna go home and play some basketball. But I play basketball on the court in prison. Ooh, yeah. I don't like this shit and shit in my ass. I'm talking about the Dickens. I don't want it. Oh man, it hurts like the Dickens out. Yuck, 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 yuck. Fucking me up. I don't like the way he does it. Please stop, Gus. I don't want Gus to fuck me in the fucking butt. But I'm thinking about my woman. Shove it on my ass.
Shove it on my ass.
On my ass.
Shove it on my ass.
On my ass.
On my ass.
On my ass.
Yo. In a cell all day. Basketball's what I play. Big Gus, he's in my butt today. Gotta get out. I gotta get out, okay. So I start to plan this shit. Get sidetracked with a guy with some shit that is lit. I go over to him. I say, bro, can I get a hit? Yo, can I get a hit? He said, dude, this isn't that normal kind of shroom. It's weed mixed with motherfucking bath salts, dude. I said, okay. Yeah, I want the shit now. Dude, if you fucking talk this shit, you'll get burned out. I said, I don't care, I'm gonna be out tomorrow. He said, bro, here, take a hit, then follow. follow me over here, homie. I said, okay, then I puff, then he blows me. And yeah, that's just what happens up in prison. We get burned out and boys don't listen. We just start coming, we start jizzing. Yeah, and you know what else? I'm whizzing away, I'm flying away. After hitting that blunt, you know I'm burned out today. Fuck. Jailbreak,
Boys will
it
fuck.
ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
Boys will fuck.
Ain't
Prison
gonna happen.
Boys will fuck.
Ain't gonna happen.
Boys will fuck.
Gonna happen.
Boys fuck.
But this kind of leads me to my compliment
Like
to
ripping
you.
off Elmer's glue off your.
My thing that I like about you is that you're really good at researching. Like how I bought that thing in one click. You know, I've bought things in one click before. I haven't loved them because I didn't do enough research. But it is always a sweet and hotness whenever you buy something in one click and it's exactly what you want. Something you do a lot of great research.
You know what's funny is that my girlfriend tried to tell me yesterday, no, not yesterday, the day before, that there are some times that I don't think thoroughly about certain things. And I looked over at her and I said, fucking what? That's the opposite of my entire that's the opposite of everything I do. I overthink every single decision I've ever made of all time. And her only example of something that I didn't think through, I'll backtrack a second. I want to get piranhas for the barbershop. I don't know if I'm going to get them because I don't know if I want to take care of piranhas. I haven't even looked it up one time yet. I'm not ready to even look it up. But I said, hey, can we stop by Exotic Jungle and look at the piranhas? And she goes, you're not buying a piranha today. I went, what? And she goes, please don't buy a piranha today. So she corrected herself a little bit because it was a knee-jerk reaction for her. So I don't blame her for saying don't.
Yeah.
But that's like a thing I don't like. I don't like it when people say just don't do that because it's not polite. But she was being polite about it. And I said, when was the last time you saw me not think something through at all? She had to think for 5 minutes and then say that the very first time I put up a shelf in her house, I came to her house and she was already putting up one of them. I went to put up the other one and it was such a light shelf that she was going to put such light things on. I was like, why are you putting, like, you're struggling with these drywall anchors? Since then, I've figured out a trick for drywall anchors that you'll never break one ever again in your whole life. But before that, I was like, why are you doing that? Just put the screws in there. It's like, it'll be fine. Like, it'll literally be fine. You're not putting anything heavy on it. You'll be good. And that was her example of me not thinking something through. I created a barbershop where people come and enjoy. And come and enjoy. And I've done all of these things throughout my life. And I feel like I do a lot of them pretty good. And her only example of me not thinking something through and over-examining something is a shelf.
And what we smoke 100.
So, just touch me a little more. That's I like that. So yeah, I appreciate that you like that about me.
Yeah. I think it's great.
Because almost everything that we're using right now is something I researched.
Absolutely. I was telling somebody that today because the dude I tattooed today, Dylan, he is from Canada for the first thing.
Canada. And I want to hear about the ADA part a little later.
Yeah. We'll get into the ADA part of Canada in a second. But Dylan's in a great band called Rust. He's the drummer for Rust. And you okay?
I was gonna talk.
You're choking on the Canada beer that Dylan brought.
I know. It's called rat clops, and I felt like there was a whole bunch of rats that went down my lungs. Sorry that I interrupted you. I was gonna say they were
Cough
actually
it
good.
out.
I'm trying it.
Stop.
I've also had like a regular cough for
Yeah.
a while, and it's like there's no stopping this one now. It's like I'm gonna be coughing the rest of the time.
Get it coughing. Get it coughing. That was a good one.
Did you hear that?
I heard the honk in that one.
Freaking Goose Boy.
You my best friend.
But
Rust is actually good. I actually listened. I was like listening to their style.
yeah,
I like them. I do actually like them.
yeah, he gets in the game. But Dylan was just mentioning that they have new stuff coming out and they have to get it mastered and all this stuff. And I was talking about how complicated that stuff is. And I'm always like very truthful about things. Like I do the audio for the podcast and I say, I literally only click 4 buttons to make the audio perfect. It's what my friend Poppy, who's my co-host, has told me to do. He like researched all the stuff. I literally click select, effect, normalize, select, effect, compressor.
Yep.
And it's done.
And it makes it all, well, most of the way, makes our voices similar.
Yeah. So if anybody out
Similar
there starting
volume.
a podcast and they listen to this, sorry I gave up a little nugget of our knowledge, but that's what's up.
The only reason I learned that is because it's hard to learn things like about podcasting and stuff like that and sound, because the videos you watch are about like a specific thing and you have to know how to look it up. You don't know what the thing is called. Like you don't know how to adjust voices to make them sound on the same level YouTube. Like it's never going to pop up.
Yeah.
So I was like, the first episode we ever did, if you listen to it, I adjusted every single Jake's voice because his voice is lower than mine. So I adjusted the volume of every single time he talked. And it took 5 hours. And it sucked.
Crazy.
And then the next time I found the button because of YouTube and it just popped up.
Yeah.
I think YouTube blessed me and it said, listen, man, you're struggling here. Here's a little token.
Yeah.
Here's a little blessing.
There's a little knowledge.
I never bless people with haircuts, but YouTube will bless you with a video every once in a while.
Yeah. You've never have blessed somebody's with a haircut. You've given a lot of people great haircuts.
But I never bless them.
Hey, that was another compliment I wrote down. Good barber over here.
Thank you.
Forget about it. Forget about it, Co.
I'm a decent barber. I'm not a good one. In my eyes, I'm just a decent one. I just do what people tell me to, and there's nothing really over the top about it. It's just what they want.
Yeah.
It's just what they asked for.
Yeah.
I know that I could be a lot better and I could do a lot more crazy things, which will happen in the future. But I got to have, I've never had a mentor that showed me how to do cooler stuff. So I got to have that. But
Yeah.
I mean, I won't go into that, but I will say that you had a good mentor.
Yeah, an awesome mentor.
And
I was actually listening to a podcast this morning, not to interrupt you,
no, keep going.
about it was one of my favorite tattooers.
Who was that?
I wouldn't even say one of my favorite he's an awesome tattooer. But I don't like saying Jake Gordon's favorite tattooers because it ranges from work that is solid black from the arm to the elbow to people who are doing like crazy realism stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't even like saying Jake Gordon's favorite. You can't, because that's like, I don't like putting that out there, because what I think is an awesome tattoo is literally what I would want to wear as a tattoo. But I was just listening to one of the tattooers that I like, and I think he's one of the funniest guys ever. His name is Bobby Caparo. I'm actually doing a guest spot there in August, but he has a podcast, and he's just talking to one of his friends. His name's Mark Wade. He's another tattooer, and they were talking about apprentices and how a mentor probably didn't do their job right if their apprentice wants to just stay in the same shop and wants to stay around. Mm-hmm. And Bobby was saying probably didn't do a good job if you're the person who mentors you, if you just want to stick around them. And Mark Wade was saying the opposite, because he had worked under a certain awesome mentor like I have.
Yeah.
And he has no problem. Mark Wade has since left and done his own thing, but I could relate to Mark because I had such an awesome mentor. Even though I'm not in the same shop as her, I still work for her at a different location. And it was just funny how like everybody has a opinion on certain things, and it doesn't make you like, everybody does their own shit, I guess is what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
is what I'm saying is like you can be taught by somebody and go down a certain path, or you can be taught by somebody and stay by their side and go down a certain path the whole way.
Yep. I'm kind of in a weird mentoring situation now with multiple people, because right now I'm working by myself, but soon I'll have a new person that is very green working for me, and he has a lot of questions regarding business, cutting hair, clientele, and it's not like he's like he's not clueless or anything. He just has a lot of questions because he hasn't been around someone who's been doing it. Like,
Right.
the guys he's been around are fresh. They're all fresh and they don't know anything either. And I feel like I can give him some wisdom and like say like, hey, just skip all this shit. Like, skip all this stuff and just do this. Like, and really all what I'm saying is just like, just focus on doing a good haircut because you don't have a large clientele yet. Just do that. Just do your very best every single time. No shortcuts. Don't get worked up over it. Like, there's going to be times you kind of get nervous about things. Even in tattooing, I'm sure there's certain clients that kind of like, maybe not like make you nervous about the art, but like make you nervous in general because they kind of just like, they're weird. They're weird about stuff. You're going to have clients like that all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, just do your very best at this, at the craft, and then worry about taxes, and then worry about all that stuff. Just do this one thing good, because without that, you're not going to have to worry about anything else. You have to do this one thing and then go to the next thing.
Yeah.
And I was telling my other guy I'm kind of mentoring.
Having your foundation.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm just a white guy spit on a podcast, but having your foundation can build the rest of the
Yeah,
bullshit.
I mean, I'm literally a guy that only has foundation. Like, that's all I have. That's all I have. I just worked on not even getting great at cutting hair, just solid hair cutter. Like that. I won't even say I'm like a solid hairstylist or anything like that. Like, I'm just a solid guy that cuts hair and talks to people the way they want to be talked to. And that's it. And that's all people want. They don't want anything else. They just want you to do this thing.
Yeah.
And then they want to go on with their lives. So just give them that thing and do your best at it every time. And they're going to respect you for it. And that's all it is.
Yeah.
So, like, I didn't have, like, a true mentor to elevate me to, like, if I would have had, like, some guy that worked in an amazing shop and he was, like, the best ever, maybe I would have that availability of, like, doing bigger things right now. But I'm fine where I'm at because I just did my own thing. But, like, I can see I can see the other guy's point, too, of, like, if you're mentoring someone, I don't expect any of the guys that I'm mentoring right now to stay with me forever, because I'm hoping that they get so good and everybody likes them so much that they want to open up their own thing, maybe their own private studio or something like that, where they're doing crazy things. And so, like, if you have a great mentor, like a great one, I do believe that you had a great mentor.
Yeah.
Not saying anything about that, but like, it's just, it also takes the mentality of the person too.
But my great mentor was cool with me doing little guest spots away. My great mentor was cool with me going, hey, okay, I've learned this from you, but I want to go work with this person for a little bit. You know, they didn't like haze me or give me any kind of grief.
And if they did, that would just be a bad person.
That'd be a bad mentor.
That would just be a bad person in general. Like, I would never tell someone that they can't go work in a different state for a week.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still paying me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, your situation is a little different because of how your business is organized, but like mine is like, you're paying me a monthly thing. If you want to go work with somebody else for a week, I'm still making the money because it's like
Yeah.
Like, I'm not. It would be different if like they left for a month and I didn't make any commission off them.
Right.
But I'm not charging them commission. It's just like, pay me this small amount of money, every month.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. Just go do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But yeah. But yeah.
Also, like, but what you said, it does involve the mentality of the person too. Because
yeah, because some people just don't get it.
Because, it takes a long time to learn your own craft, I guess, even though the craft is always there.
Yeah.
Really doesn't take long to learn something.
Yeah.
You watch
That's
somebody
true.
do it. You watch somebody do something, you go, oh, okay, I'm going to do it like that. It's not like you have to like watch somebody over and over. I mean, yeah, you do. You learn a million, but there's a million little things you can learn like that. But like once something, like you watch something once, like I remember one of my biggest moments of learning happened, not this past February, but the February last year. I wouldn't even say it was one of my biggest moments of learning. It was just something clicked with me and I learned how to tattoo differently. I went and worked at a shop in Texas, and I remember really liking Deanna James's work, and that's where I was working. I was working at her shop, and that week I had planned 5 days of tattooing, and I get there early on Tuesday, which is my first day, and I'm watching Deanna tattoo, and I just seeing the way I wanted to learn how to get like this peppery look to my tattoos like that she did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And I remember it was Tuesday. I got there early, set up my machines, and Deanna was already tattooing. And I remember going over there and watching her tattoo and being like, "Oh, so you just do everything with this type of needle?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I'm just watching her tattoo, and I'm watching how her machine is hitting the skin. And it was the first day of me tattooing there that I said, "Oh, I'm going to do that tattoo like this." Mm-hmm. How she's doing it. And I did that tattoo that way. And it I don't know, it just like clicked in that hour of watching her tattoo. I just like, of course I've been tattooing for 10 years before this, but watching how she was tattooing, I was able to apply it within like an hour.
Yeah.
To my tattoos, and not saying that mine and her artwork look the same. I was just able, for my kind of artwork, I was able to apply a technique that she uses for hers to mine. It was literally like, I watched it for an hour, maybe less.
Yeah.
But it's funny how you can just pick up on something like that.
Yeah. I've never had someone to like pick up from.
Yeah.
Like I've always just had to do my own thing. I've been doing the exact same thing. I really have been doing the exact same thing with different clippers. Totally different clippers over the years, just trying new things just to see if I like it. And also, that's kind of a thing too, is like if you use a different machine or a different clipper or some different equipment, it does make you a little bit better rounded, because it does change your the dynamic of how it hits.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you have to like adjust, and so it makes it's like if something's not like if a trimmer for me is not sharp right out of the box, and I try to use it on somebody, it means I just gotta like do something slightly differently. You won't see me you won't notice that I'm doing it differently.
Yeah.
Just like how you like that technique is probably this much different than what you're already doing.
Yeah.
Literally that different. It's like you're just like flicking harder, or it's like the same kind of you're
literally that motion.
Yeah. This. I mean, mine would be this, and yours is towards yourself, But yeah.
Flick it to wrist.
Yeah.
Flick it to wrist.
But yeah, dude.
100 episodes.
100 episodes. One thing that I like I already said that I like that you're like all in on something, is that when you decide that you're all in on, like you'll decide, I like that, it's going to do that. It would take a lot for you to decide that it's not a good idea. So you're also not a quitter either.
Yeah.
It's like,
I ain't no quitter.
no. And another and something that goes along with that, I don't know if everyone understands this in the world of today's prey, but Jake's you think that maybe I'm extreme with the way I say things. Maybe the way I say things is extreme, but Jake is an extreme personality. he's either all about something or maybe not hates it. He may not hate something, but he's either all about something or he says, "Nah, I'm good on something."
Yeah.
100%. Like, you know what he's all about? Getting on a kayak and going down the stream and drinking summer shandies.
Yeah.
You know what he's not about? All the way? Going backpacking in Cranberry Glades. Not about it. You know what he is about?
I'm not all about it.
But when he's all about something, he does it and he doesn't quit. And he also sees something through. So it's like, even if Jake makes, well, we're not saying like, I'm not going to just like, I don't even know a mistake you made. But like, if you have made mistakes, you just go through with it. Like you said, you know what? You literally went to like 2 classes of jiu-jitsu and you're like, yeah, I mean, I'm definitely going to get my black belt, but it's like, it wasn't even a question. You're just like, I'm just going to get my black belt eventually.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just going to keep going until I get my black belt. No big deal. Like,
yeah, but the difference is there. I mean, I agree. Like, thank you for saying that. I do try to see things through. It's not like I was just going to quit on, but I had done martial arts in the past. So like
not this long though. I mean, you've done it for a long time.
I did Taekwondo for 10 years.
Yeah. But you probably got your black belt way sooner.
Yeah.
So it's like,
so when I did
so the
Taekwondo,
reward came quicker.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
when I did Taekwondo as a kid, their business model for Taekwondo was really good.
Yeah.
So you got your black belt basically within a year and a half. So I started Taekwondo and was basically a black belt within, like I said, less than 2 years. But it was still a legit practice to where I didn't get my 2nd degree black belt in Taekwondo until like 5 or 6 years later.
Yeah.
So like, it was like basically like a business for your first black belt. Like you paid for it. But then once you're still training all the time and it's like, well, it's time for you to get your 2nd degree black belt.
Mm-hmm.
And then you paid a certain amount of money for that too. So like their business model was still great, but it was like, also still a legitimate martial art. But I've always been into that. So when I started jiu-jitsu and it was just like a whole different world to me, I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to get I don't even think I'm going to get my black belt. I think I'm going to get my coral belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Even
If I'm not the world's best like competitor, I'm going to do some more competitions, but I'm also like, I'm just going to be around it and be a part of it. Like I think I'll get my coral belt one day.
Yeah. One thing I don't like about you is that you buy blackberries, not the phone.
Yeah.
You buy blackberries at the store and you just eat them.
Yeah.
And I've learned that fruit does have a reason in my heart, and it's for smoothies.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to do anything else with. Well, I love fruit, by the way. I'm not saying I don't like fruit. I love berries. I love all these things.
Yeah.
But I was raised around just like, you just like go pick one. And like, you're never going to see me buy blackberries.
Yeah.
Never. Because that's like a wild berry. That's a sacred wild berry.
Yeah. I think when I was younger, I think I just read somewhere that like these berries were like fucking great for you.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I got to eat like way more blackberries than anybody else. And same thing with blueberries.
See how serious he just got with the fucking berries? He does things so extreme.
Yeah. But blueberries became my favorite fruit. So I started buying a bunch of blueberries.
Yeah. And
I don't know why they're good for you. Antioxidants? I don't even know what that means.
Why would you want less oxygen?
Apparently it makes you stronger.
Less oxygen will make you stronger.
Look at
Stand
astronauts.
a little taller. Oh, yeah, they are pretty strong.
Yeah.
At least they look cool in those outfits. That doesn't, whether you're strong or not, you look cool in the outfit.
I mean, one of the things I like about you is that you're basically good at everything you do, but everything you choose to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like you did jiu-jitsu for what, 8 months. You
2 years, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Remember when I said that we never got promoted for 2 years?
Yeah, but you stopped before COVID because you weren't doing it. You didn't train one time during COVID.
Yeah, we did it. We were training 2 years before COVID. Because I stopped for a little bit because my back hurt. Like my back was having problems, and I said, "Well, this isn't even working. Like just taking rest from it is not working. I'm just gonna go back."
Yeah,
and right before that, Mitch started.
Yeah. Anyway, you were good at jiu-jitsu. You started. You did it. You were good at it. You did like the powerlifting thing. You were pretty good at that. I would say you're good at everything you choose to do. But if it's something you're not interested in, kind of like what you said, you're just like, if you're not interested in it, you're just like, nope, not even going to give it any attention.
Well, it's because I think it's a man thing. I was talking to Kelly. She was like, cause about the studying thing. It's like, because all the things you just mentioned, if I start to do it, I'm going to put my utmost effort towards it.
Yeah.
So if I can't put all the effort I can towards it, I'm not going to look at it because it's just a pain in my ass.
Yeah.
So like right now, my utmost attention is on this and how to run this efficiently. So even if I'm not doing anything physically, hey, watch out, big dog. The old freaking icy light mango went down on the shirt, baby.
That's okay.
But you have to.
I think that is a guy thing.
Yeah, a guy thing is either it's finding something new that you like. And guys have like this little competitive thing in their brain. And even if you're not competing with another person, you're saying, I don't want to be known to be like halfway good at something. I want to be known to be like, oh, he's good at that.
Right.
So maybe that's not the driving force, but in there's some sort of competitiveness, like, okay, something that's not competitive. Turkey hunting. Okay? I love that. I'm not going to go out there and just kind of halfway do it and let something that has the brain the size of an almond or less actually beat me. So I'm going to fucking kill this thing. I have to figure out everything about it to know why it does something.
Right.
And if I didn't, I would be like everyone else that goes, oh man, our season just starts too late. That's a thing everyone says. It's like, oh, it's someone else's fault that I don't do something. It's like,
yeah,
freaking play by the rules and get it done. And so people just like I'm not a guy that's going to blame the rules.
Yeah, because you don't make excuses.
Yeah. And so you just have to try your hardest at something you're about to do. Like when we did jiu-jitsu, that's all I did. That's all we both did.
It's like,
we rolled every day.
Yeah. Well, it's like, it's like, oh, the season starts too late. That's why I'm not killing a thing. It's like, that's when you go, okay, here's other things against me. Oh well, I'll just do it anyway.
You'll watch another video and they'll say that late, like, okay, they say it starts too late. A season starts too late. There are turkey hunters out there that don't even start turkey hunting till late season. So it's like, why do they do that? And you're saying it starts too late because you're a fucking idiot.
Because you're not.
So it goes with everything. It goes with everything. It's
you're
like
just lazy, bro.
It's like going to a jiu-jitsu competition. It's like, oh, well, it wasn't a submission. It wasn't like a submission based tournament. It was based on points. Well, it's like, well, you knew going in what the rules were. Yeah. Play by the rule set that you're going in and competing at.
Yeah.
So like, if I was gonna do a jiu-jitsu competition based on points, I wouldn't even like. All I would be concerned about is how to get points.
Right.
And then if the submission comes, it comes. But you just do what the rules are.
Right.
So you just like. I've always been like that though, dude. Like just studying things to the max, because that's what dudes do. They want to be good at something. Dude, I wanted to be good at keeping turtles once. I know so much about aquariums and filters, it'll make you sick. And I have no room
You
for
just
it.
said filter after aquarium, and it started to make me want to yak. Please stop. Please don't say scrubbing or tube or anything else after that.
Did you know all turtles have salmonella?
What the fuck? No, I didn't know that. Thank
Turtles
God.
have salmonella. That's why you have to wash your hands after you touch them.
Tell me something else
About turtles?
about anything.
If you pet a shark backwards, it'll cut you. Did you know that?
Nope.
Really?
Tell me something about anime.
Anime? The titties are fake.
That's what we all did not want to hear.
They're all fake. Every single one of the anime titties are 100% fake.
I'm on 100.
Hell yeah, dude. And it's crazy because all the anime girls,
Everyone was wearing fingerless gloves.
Wow. Did not know that.
yeah.
That's a bummer.
Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
Did you know all girls in hentai are...
Everyone was wearing fingerless gloves.
Now I do. Now that I'm noticing it.
Mm-hmm. Just keep watching.
I'll have to check that out. Do you have any announcements for the 100th podcast?
You know, there's a guy that has been listening to our shit for a long time. And we've never met him. And he's always messaging us, and we never really... And all he ever wanted was a shout-out. His name's Dale. Thanks, Dale.
Dale, thanks for supporting us.
Because that's one guy that has been messaging us almost every episode.
Dang.
He hasn't done it recently, not super recently, but like anytime we post something on Instagram, he is like the first guy.
Thank you, Dale.
Thanks, Dale.
You're the man. And okay, before we close out, I want to say something. My client from Canada, Dylan,
Oh, yeah. Please tell us that.
has a cousin named Jeremy. Jeremy's last name is...
Clarence. Clarence's parents have a real good marriage.
No. Jeremy's last name is Butt. B-U-T-T. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's just a funny thing I wanted to end the podcast with. But I'm not done. Jeremy named his daughter Ada. ADA. And you need to say, if you want to do the math and figure that kid's name out, go ahead and do it. Say it out loud. It's awful. It's a horrible thing. We're going to go ahead and close the podcast out right now. Thank you for everybody for listening to us for 100 episodes. We'll see everybody next week. Give us a follow on Instagram, Today's Pray. Give us a follow on TikTok, Today's Pray Podcast. And like I said, say that name out loud. Because to me it sounds like Ada Butts, 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 Ada Butts.
Who ate a butt? She ate a butt. Who ate a butt? She ate a butt.